Okay, some like other news of the week. This is, I mean, Dungeons and Dragons does have comic books, but I just wanted to mention this because I'm a huge fan of the movie. And it looked like for a
And the
long
game.
time it was going to be one and done.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks like they made their money back or close to it. So, Paramount Pictures and E1's recent fantasy adaptation Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves received highly positive reviews from critics, sitting at 91%, with an equally impressive 93%. See, going back to the Ali Salim thing, 91, 93, it didn't make $10 million, dude.
Yeah.
But despite a fairly strong opening weekend and an A cinema score, the movie simply failed to find its feet at the box office. Well, it also came out against John Wick 4. It wasn't positioned great. It was in March.
John Wick made 70 million, I think, opening.
Yeah. Honor Among Thieves finished its actual run back in May with a disappointing tally of 93 million domestic, 207 million worldwide, on a $150 million budget. Factoring in advertising costs, chances of a sequel being greenlit seemed somewhere between slim and none. However, there may be hope for a follow-up. In Variety's in-depth profile of Paramount Pictures boss Brian Robbins, the exec acknowledges that the movie underperformed and will lose money, but he hasn't ruled out the possibility of a sequel as long as they can figure out a way to make it for less. We do know that the small screen spin-off is being developed for Paramount Plus, so the studio clearly hasn't completely lost faith in a potential franchise. A charming thief and band of unlikely adventurers undertake a heist. Okay, we know the synopsis. Game Night directors Jonathan Goldstein and John Francis Daly helmed the project and wrote the latest version of the script based on a previous draft by Michael Giglio. Didn't Paramount Plus, was it Paramount? Oh no, it's Peacock that lost like $4 billion last year.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I really like that movie. I was hoping we get a sequel.
I also hope so. Movie ripped.
So if you have a chance to rent it, I highly recommend it. It's a good fun movie.
Yeah.
Okay, TMNT co-creator Kevin Eastman on the chances of The Last Ronin becoming a live-action film. The grim futuristic tale of Michelangelo being the last surviving Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle is being turned into an RPG video game, but what about a live-action film? I didn't know that either. I didn't know it was being turned into a God of War game. Earlier this year was announced that the wildly popular The Last Ronin graphic novel, a story that depicts a future where only one of the Ninja Turtles has survived their war against the Foot Clan, would be receiving a video adaptation in the same vein as Sony's God of War. Original TMNT creator Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird reunited for the 5-issue IDW miniseries in 2020 and were joined by writer Tom Waltz and artist Azau and Isaac Escorza and Ben Bishop. The comic took off in popularity in 2021 with the second and third issues being ranked in the top 50 comics sold for the year. Recently, Eastman was asked why The Last Ronin was becoming a video game instead of a television series or movie, and Eastman shared that they actually did approach Nickelodeon, who felt the story was better suited for video games. Nickelodeon, who has always been a great partner and great friend to all the things and letting us do what we do, they really didn't want to take The Last Ronin concept into full-on mainstream, like a big action movie, something to compete with Mutant Mayhem, which is going to be phenomenally awesome. They collectively came up with the idea of a video game because we could all go all the way there. They could basically take it all the way into all things Roninverse. They've taken all the different drawings and moments. The stuff we've seen so far is a Goosebump City. It's really phenomenal. They took stuff right out of the pages of the comics.
Sweet.
I kind of worry about the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not like who's making the game. It's not Santa Monica or someone. It's
No, and Nickelodeon's involved, who they've worked with in the past. I don't know.
Is it Nickelodeon, right?
Last Ronin.
Yeah, Last Ronin, Nickelodeon. Unnamed studio. Oh, that's even better. Could you imagine it's the company that made that Last of Us ripoff that just got pulled off Switch?
I didn't even see that.
Yeah, there was a Last of Us ripoff that was pretty bad.
Oh my god, unreal.
I don't know. Really good games take a really long time to make and cost a ton of money.
Yep.
If they're gonna do a AAA version of this game, if they did it you really like Shredder's Revenge, right? So
yeah,
if it's going to be that kind of style beat 'em up, then sure, it doesn't take a ton of money. But if they're doing a God of War style, like that kind of production value,
that's a lot.
I don't know. I don't know if the turtles. I mean, the turtles are popular, but I don't know if they're that popular. Well, they might be. They might be. Okay, last thing for this week. Comic-Con 2023. DC wins big at the Eisner Awards. The winners of the 2023 Will Eisner Comic Book Industry Awards were revealed at San Diego Comic-Con. This proved to be especially strong year for DC, with titles like Nightwing, Batman, One Bad Day, The Riddler, and The Human Target winning in major categories. Tom Taylor and Bruno Redondo's Nightwing won the award for Best Continuing Series, with Redondo also taking home Best Cover Artist. Tom King and Mitch Gerard's Batman One Day, The Riddler won Best Single Issue One Shot, which was very good. King and Greg Smallwood's The Human Target won Best Limited Series, and Smallwood also won Best Penciler Inker. Late Kevin Conroy also became a posthumous Eisner winner, as his and Jay Bones Fighting Batman won Best Short Story. That was in he had a little short story in the DC Pride issue last year, which was
that's cool,
very good. Super sad. Another big wins: James Tynion IV won Best Writer, Chip Zdarsky's Public Domain won Best in Series, Kate Beaton's Ducks 2 Years in the Oil Sands won both Best Graphic Memoir and Best Writer. I've actually heard really good things about that. I believe she's Canadian. So let's see. So we knew Best Short Story, Best One Shot, Continuing Series, Best Limited Series, Best New Series we talked about, Best Publication. For early readers, The Pigeon Will Ride the Roller Coaster by Mo Willems. Best Publication for Kids 9 to 12, Frizzy by Clarabelle A. Ortega.
Frizzy.
Best Publication for Teens, which was one of my favorites from last year, is Duo Powerbomb by Daniel Warren Johnson. Best Humor Publication, Revenge of the Librarians by Tom Gauld. Best Anthology, The Nib Magazine. Best Reality-Based Work, Flung Out of Space. Best Graphic Novel was Ducks. Best Graphic Album was The Night Eaters, Book 1, She Eats the Night by Marjorie Liu. Best Graphic Album Reprint, Parker, The Martini Edition. Best Adaptation from Another Medium, Chivalry by Neil Gaiman. I'll have to check out what that is. Also Rain by Joe Hill was in there. Tori Amos, Little Earthquakes, the graphic album. So like Tori Amos do an album called Little Earthquakes, maybe? And
I'm not sure.
Best US edition of international material, Black Sad. Best US edition of international material, Asia, because they get their own separate category. Sheena's Journey, Best of Carvel Collection, Come Over, It's So Magic and My Perfect Life. Best of Carvel Collection, Fantastic World. Best Writer, James Tynion for House of Slaughter, Something's Killing Children, Wind, The Next House on the Lake, Sandman Universe, Closet, Department of Truth. Best Writer Artist, Kate Beaton. Best, we already knew that, Greg Smallwood. Oh, there's so many categories.
Wow, there is a lot.
Best Webcomic, Allure Olympus by Rachel Smythe. Best Digital Comics, Barnstormers. Why is that? I have that in print, though. Why is it considered a digital comic? Because it's by Comixology, maybe, I guess?
Yeah, so it started out as a digital and then was...
Oh, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. That first issue of Barnstormers was really good. Okay, so that's your, like, weird, other info of the week. Not necessarily DC or Marvel related, but other stuff. Okay, so that's it for this week. Thanks, and tell us what your favorite series of the last year was, and it should have won an award.
Give it us.
Okay, bye.
Bye.